attention got cut off there. The two big takeaways, I think, from last night are not from the rest of the community, because they were brilliant and they pitched in, but there'll be a lot of room for that, so I'm not worried about that right now. And Wednesday particularly, I think when we do conflict, we really will have a lot more interaction. There was a lot of me talking last night just so people could get an overview of what this is, because I'm sure there were a lot of questions as to what on earth is she on about and what on earth is this programme. It will become clear. But the first thing to do, which is in your video, is to forgive yourself and know that there was never a universe in which you weren't going to drink alcohol. I do believe that alcohol will become like smoking, and we will see it for what it is. And it's about removing the kind of shutters off our eyes and doing that. And the thing to realise, first and foremost, is that when you drink alcohol, you get a rush and a surge of dopamine, which lasts about 20 minutes. And we give that rush and surge an awful lot of credit for our good feelings. What we don't always realise is that 20 minutes leads to a 2-hour dip, less than where we started, which is not a fair exchange. And the only way to know this and to really tap into that sensitive, because what we do is we keep topping up so we don't know this, we never know this, is if you're still drinking, because we're going to do our first alcohol-free challenge on the 2nd of July for the month of July together. If you're not drinking, don't start drinking. But if you're still drinking, sit down with a glass of wine or your drink of choice, with no distractions, no TV, no phones, no company, nothing. Just you and the enemy, and drink that glass of wine. And notice what happens. Notice how you feel. Because you don't always feel good, actually, for that first 20 minutes. You might feel a bit out of control. You might feel a bit tired. I didn't like how it made me feel in the end, when I really tapped into how it makes me feel. Because when you haven't got the other people there, you really notice, actually, that it makes you feel less than you did before. Really tap into that. Really tap into how long you go down for. Don't put another one in. Just see that exchange, because that kept me sober for 10 weeks when I did that on a programme, just that piece of information alone. And then the second piece of information is to keep a trigger diary. When you watch Netflix or Apple TV or Disney, whatever your channel, whatever you know, when you're binge watching, which is what we all do nowadays, programmes, just notice the conditioning of when alcohol turns up and what they're saying to you. Even if it's just, to be an adult, you drink. So if the adults, just when they have dinner and drinking, that's what they're telling you, that if you're an adult, you drink alcohol. If you're a professional, you come home from work and you pour a glass of wine to relax of an evening, if they're doing that, just note it down. Because the more you see the conditioning, the more ridiculous you realise it is. The more you realise that this is like a computer game, and it's that thing in your head of, you won't get me, because it really is. And someone said this on my video today, it's leaving the matrix and seeing it for what it is. We are kept down. We are kept happy with our lot, and we are not showing up for ourselves, and we are not taking up our space in the world, and we are not living up to our potential because of things like alcohol. Alcohol was designed, and I don't mean ethanol, I mean in the way it's packaged now for us, to keep man down and happy with their lot. So